What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zcash today, ZEC USD. We're talking about Zcash again today because my video yesterday was in the little alien voice, wasn't it? It didn't have the microphone glitched out on me. I need to get a new computer, man. That's really what it is. New computer, new internet. That's what it is at the end of the day, but it's okay. It took me a couple microphones to figure out that it wasn't the mic. It's because it's what it is, man. Really what it is, I think, is because I have two little girls and they like to tug on the cords and the jacks are just all jacked. But anyways, let's get into it. Let's stop talking about my stuff. $500 is the price. Yesterday, I actually was in that video calling for a move up that would take us to about 520, right? That we could move up to about as high as like 525, somewhere around these lows here, and then move down, right? That was the call, was that we'd move up a little bit and then move down, but overall we are still moving down. That's the expectation. It's a shame because I feel like I did an effective job at constructing my thoughts, at giving you guys my thoughts. A lot of that was predicated on this overall double top. And let's just look at this real quick, okay? I normally like to start off on the short-term stuff, but we're going to start off on the weekly, okay? Again, hit that like button. Thank you all for being here. We had a lot of volume on this massive, absolutely massive move. I mean, we look at this thing, we zoom out, and you see here a lot of accumulation, rounded bottom. We love a nice, fat, rounded bottom. It's perfect. It's Picasso. It's beautiful. And then what'd you get? You had a lot of acquisition. There was some accumulation going on, and then eventually that top popped off, and we blew up. We saw some immaculate growth in a very short amount of time with tremendous volume. Found resistance, some volume on the sell-off. Okay, that happens. As you're moving up here, there was no volume. We were very skeptical of this pump going higher because of the lack of volume. Okay, started to sell off. You had that really big sell-off here around the all-time highs, or not the all-time highs, I'm sorry, around the highs of this move. And it was a large sell-off, a tremendous sell-off. The amount of volume that came in here was from insider trading, insider sellers. Arthur Hayes sold here, and probably not just him, but a lot of his buddies as well. I don't imagine. Come here. Where you at, buddy? Come here. Come here. Come here, Fiki. Come here. Where are you? Where are you? I don't know. He's meowing, but he's not coming over here. I don't know why. Dude, he's going to be annoying for this video. There you are. Come here. Come here. Come here. Rafiki. He's the one that likes to chat, man. He's a good boy, though. Oh, he's such a good boy. $506 right now. What was I going to say? I don't think that we move higher. And I don't think that an event like this, what happens here, I don't think a bunch of insiders, big dogs in crypto, OGs, they get out all at once for no reason. I think they know, like I know, that the price is going to go lower, and it's probably going to come all the way back down below 100. Why would I want to hold here when I could buy back down here? You know what I mean? And I think people are going to catch on to that. Beyond all of that, beyond all the sequencing we've talked about, we've got a double top, a very prominent double top shape here. And this double top becomes confirmed once we get below this low here. You get below this low, there's really nothing standing in the way of you finding support until you get down to about 70 bucks. Until you get down to about 70 bucks there, or maybe even $55, somewhere in that range. We look at this from a low to a high, and guess what? That's right in the middle of your golden ratio zone, $81 to $63. It's right there. Right there. Perfect area. You could go lower, maybe you go higher. You don't have to go to the golden ratio just because it's there, but that's my thoughts. That's where my head's at. Okay? And it's not going to happen like this. We're not going to see a dramatic drop like this. Maybe. It's not going to happen like this. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think it's going to take time. It could be early 2027 before we're down in this area, but we're going to find support. You're going to give back most of this move. It will be a higher low overall, and you will continue to build. Zcash is going to go higher. We're going to see higher prices. It's just going to be a while before that happens. It'll be sometime in 2027 or maybe even 2028 before we get above these highs, okay? Looking at the short-term stuff, so if you're in it for the long term, if you're truly in it for the long term, there's no real worry here, is there? I mean, I guess there is some worry. Even if you're in it for the long term, that's a pretty big drop to have. But if you're in it for the long term, as long as you genuinely mean that and you're holding for like probably more than a year, you will likely see growth. You will very likely see growth. I think Zcash will grow. But looking at this on the short term, the 1 hour time frame, zooming in here, you're building a little bit of momentum here coming up. Again, I maybe move up to 520, 530. and then move down. The RSI looks bullish, stochastics look bullish enough, and the MACD also looks bullish overall. 4-hour time frame, hold on. The 4-hour time frame, you've broken out of your downtrend in the RSI. That's nice. Come up to the overbought zone. You still look bearish overall, but you could definitely grow here. You rejected the 60 level, and now you're bouncing off the 50 coming up. You look all right. Stochastics look bullish, and the MACD looks bullish too, at least to the 0. Continue this growth up to the 0, probably find resistance there, and then come down. Maybe you cross above it, and if you do cross above it, that'd be bullish. I'll take a more bullish stance on Zcash if we can get back above like 560. Until then, I remain bearish. I do expect that we're going to find resistance around 520, 525, 530. Because we've got some prior support in this area. The 0.5 is right there. You might get just above this high, excite people a little bit, and then you move down. Perhaps we do move right to the 382 like this. We don't even get the higher high. You could find resistance just below 520 as well. You don't have to go above 520, but that 520, 530 area makes sense to me. And if you do move higher, you have the golden ratio, 550 to 541. If you find resistance there, it's still a lower high overall. You still reject from there. So I'm really not bullish on this until you get above 560 on a daily closing basis, okay? But the 4-hour does look all right. Overall bearish, but all right for now. Daily time frame, looking at the RSI, rejecting the overbought zone. Where you were getting overbought, you were dwelling in this area, not getting oversold at all. Now you're bouncing off the oversold zone, bouncing off the overbought zone. It's a little bit less certain, a little bit more volatile. You are finding support for the time, but I'm not too excited for the days ahead for this thing. Stochastics are taking on a bearish shape, and the MACD, you did cross above the 0. You did have a somewhat decent move, but here, you crossed above the 0. You started to really cross it here. Where was your move? The last time that you crossed above the 0 was down here. Look at the movement that you got, right? The time before that you crossed above the 0, you didn't really have a move. You crossed above it, you didn't really have a move, and look what happened. You rolled over. The time before that, when you crossed above the 0, you had a massive move. Here you had a massive move. Here you're not having a massive move. I would equate what we're doing here with this more so. And we might be at this phase where you found support and you move up a little bit, but then we're going to continue to move down. That's kind of what I would equate to what's going on here. All in all, Zcash 504 right now. Maybe it moves up a little bit more. Maybe. Don't get too excited. I wouldn't get excited until it's above 560. If it's above 560 on a daily closing basis, then yeah. But until then, I maintain the bearish stance that we're not only going lower, but we're going below this low, we're going below this low, and once you get below this low, you officially do have a double top, and that earmarks you for prices that are below $100. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care. I expect this to take months to play out, not days, not weeks. But you never know. You never know. It's actually better when it takes less time. It's actually better when it takes less time for things like this to play out. But anyways, I got nothing else. Take care. Bye-bye.